Hi everyone. So it is day 23 and today is all about me. I am not lying. I am taking some time to really just feel good and I'm wallowing a little bit. It's been pouring rain all day and it's been freezing, and so my son doesn't get to go outside and run around and play, and I think he's got a cold, and I am feeling so unmotivated and so cold. Like I could feel it in my bones. I'm that cold. And it's just that damp cold that we can't quite get past. And so I'm trying to take some time and really pamper myself and stay on track. So let me tell you about the old me. So on a rainy day like this, the old me would go to Taco Bell and get something warm and gooey, which is usually a cheese quesadilla, guaranteed 600 calories right there. Bean burrito with no onions. Again, there's another 400 calories. Some chips and cheese, and a large Dr. Pepper. So it would be gooey, it would be salty, it would be warm, it would make me feel better, a little bit crunchy, and it would be delicious. And I would eat the whole thing and then have dinner and maybe some chocolate and then something after that, because once you eat all those carbs and all that salty food, fatty food, what do you want? You want chocolate. So that's old me. Today I was in that same mode. I really wanted something warm and gooey, something I know that I'm gonna like, something I know is gonna spoil me and make me feel like comforted and yummy and good. And so I ate my bar for breakfast this morning just out of habit, ran out the door, grabbed the cinnamon raisin bar, some water, picked up a coffee, sucked that down in 2 seconds flat, went back, got another coffee. The first one was a latte, the second one was a cold brew, so that I didn't have all the milk calories and the milk carbs. Sugar-free all the way, so hopefully that wouldn't cause too much hassle. And then for lunch, instead of eating my bar and then waiting until my son gets home, if you can hear him screaming in the other room, and have lean and green, then I stopped and I said, you know what, I'm freezing, I'm gross, I'm gonna go get myself something warm and comforting. So I got my chipotle chicken salad again with the fajita veggies and a little bit of cheese. I asked for cheese the other day and they like, it was so gross. So a little bit of cheese goes a long way. And then I did add some sour cream to that, because if you mix up the sour cream and the chipotle chicken sauce, it makes its own dressing, which is absolutely delicious. Not a lot, but just like a tablespoon. I could probably use non-fat milk or non-fat yogurt for that instead. I'll have to think about that, like Greek non-fat yogurt. Um, But that was perfect. And if you saw my earlier post, you'll know that I actually ate it in bed. Like I got under the covers, under the blankets, laptop on my lap, watching Fall in Love, which is a New Zealand romantic movie on Netflix, which is adorable. And just, I took care of me. I took some time to really pamper myself to make sure that when I get my son, when I go back out into the world, I am not tempted to hit the drive-through. I'm not tempted to go get yet another coffee. I'm not tempted to stay off my plan. I know I've got the beef garden and veggie soup. I'm going to eat that for dinner. I'm about to bake up a week's worth, or not a week's worth, but a couple days worth of my sour cream potato packets, which, I love those biscuits. I eat them all the time. And honestly, I'm doing baking because I know that I'll heat the oven up, which will heat the kitchen up, which will heat me up, and then I'll feel nice and warm again. So it's so funny to just take a second and look back to see how far I've come, because beforehand I would never even thought to stop and being like, wow, that is a really dangerous meal. That is gonna, well, give you a heart attack. Maybe I shouldn't eat it. Maybe just because it's raining outside and it's a Pacific Northwest again, for those who know, I live in Portland. It's always raining outside. It's just not a good excuse anymore, So I'm just, I guess I'm just amazed at how far I've really gotten. I'm really rechanging my thinking around, because the Taco Bell didn't even pop up on my radar. As soon as I'm like, okay, I'm gonna spoil myself with something warm and gooey, dude, Chipotle, let's go. I love that place. I go there all the time. I love their salads. I would really like a fake recipe or a knockoff recipe of their chicken, so I don't have to keep paying for that and I can make salads at home. But it's just, for coming so far, for coming from the place of eating maybe 2,000 to 3,000 calories in a day, to being 1,500 calories on a really bad day is amazing. And amazing that the habits are starting to build in. Like, I didn't even second guess myself this morning. I poured a milk for my son, made water for myself, grabbed the bars out the door before I even had a chance to think, well, is this what I want to eat? No, I don't need to know what I want to eat. You know, I don't have to be like always asking myself, oh, is this what I truly want? No, I don't. I don't have to think about it. I just grab it and go. And I've come so far in honestly less than about 7 months. Like, the complete and utter mental turnaround of all of my comfort has to come from food to, okay, on occasion I can splurge and eat something comforting. You know, there's a huge difference. There's a disconnect, you know? I'm building these new pathways that are teaching me to take care of myself, even when I think I'm spoiling myself. I'm spoiling myself by eating a chicken salad. That's not spoiling yourself, but it is. It kind of is, because I don't have to cook it or chop it or, you know, clean the dishes up after it either. So technically it's a little bit of spoiling, but it's not like spoiling like I'm gonna go out and get a basket of, oh gosh, you know, there's someplace called Gaffers down here, which is a fish food / bar. It's mostly a bar, but they make like the best deep fried fish fillets with a basket of fries. Oh, I used to get those on a really rainy, gross day too. And just all the deep fat and the salt, and then you dip that in tater sauce, and oh my gosh, I haven't been there in years just because it's not good for you. So I think I'm growing. I think the moral of the story is, and I'll get off because I can already tell that I'm starting to babble, but I am growing. I am making better decisions, and I'm not doing it consciously. I'm not sitting here being like, oh gosh, I really, really want to eat, you know, this 600 calorie quesadilla that's all fat and no actual nutritional value whatsoever. I'm not even thinking that anymore. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, you know what sounds really amazing? A salad. And even my son is picking up on it too, which is amazing. You know, you always tell your kids what they should be eating, but until you show them, you know, they're not really going to learn. And so it's so funny because he likes to cook all the time. And so he's got all these pretend foods that he passes out, and he'll make a sandwich for my husband, and he'll make like eggs for himself. And then he'll bring over like one piece of lettuce and tomato, and I'm like, really, that's all I get? And he's like, you like salads, and you eat salads all the time, that's mommy's favorite food. And I'm like, it is, you know me. So I don't know, it's the personal growth is amazing. So just throwing that out there. I hope everyone else is like taking a second to recognize how far they've come to. I mean, new year, new you, new decade. We weren't joking. This is it. This is the change that we've all been waiting for. So yeah, post in the comments. I would really love to know what else you guys eat that you feel like it's splurging, but it's not splurging. It's just semi-splurging. Yeah, I'd like to know how everyone else is doing this month, because for some reason these past couple days have just really clicked for me. I'm like in the zone. My fuelings are awesome. I'm not hungry. I'm not kind of cranky anymore. I'm just doing great. So yay, I'm so happy. I'm gonna stop talking and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.